Hi, this is Nikki. I'm the creator of Nikki's Homemade Crafts. Today I would like to teach you how to do the C2C, or also known as the corner to corner. I have here one of my wrist warmers that I created using this stitch. This stitch is very popular for blankets, for scarves. You can even use it for hats, or to make a portrait or a graphic. It's so universal. You can use it for so many different things, especially because it's like a pixel style, pretty much. So I'm going to just show you how to do the and the decreases, and as well as how to start this. You start on one corner and you work your way around, into similar to like a triangle. And then when you decrease it, you connect it back, and you make a, well, you don't have to make a square actually, but it can turn into a square, and I'm actually showing you how to do it into a square. So this is really just for how to do this stitch, and I'm going to use double crochet. You can use it with half double crochet, you can use it with single crochet. The only thing that changes are the chains, how many chains you use. Typically I use 3 chains, or 2 or 3 chains for double crochet, usually 1 or 2 for half double crochet, and 1 chain for single crochet, depending on what I do. So you'll see in a second, if you haven't done this before, you'll see in a second what I'm talking about. Alright, let's get started. So again, I use double crochet. I'm just going to make a small square just to show you how it works. Nothing big, so it's very easy to follow. Okay, so we start out with a chain of 6. The reason why I do 6 is because I use double crochet. That means this is the first 3 is 1 and the other 3 is another. Does that make sense? Okay, so I like to work on the back humps, I guess, but today I'm going to show you from the normal front, which most people seem to be doing. So let me actually zoom a little bit so you can see a little bit more clearly. Okay, so I made a chain of 6, and then I'm going to do double crochet into the, so I'm counting from the hook, okay, the 4th, 5th, and 6th, okay, so each one gets 1, okay, so this is the first double crochet. The second one goes in the 5th one, and then the last one. Okay, and then you made your first, I guess, pixel, first little tiny tile, I guess you want to call it. Okay, now I do 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so any time you increase, that's when you do 6. Okay. So now I'm counting again from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to make in the 4th, 5th, and the 6th, we're going to do a double crochet each. Okay? So 1, next chain, 2, 3. So you made now your second towel. Now here's where some people get a little bit confused. Okay, when you have it like this, so how do you connect it back to this one? Okay, so you actually turn this around, so from here to here, okay, and then you're going to realize that you're going to see all your double crochets right here, including the chain over here. Okay, and that's what we're actually going into. That if you want to call it into holes, it doesn't really matter. I like to think of it as holes or spaces. So you have here a space, and here a space. Okay, we're going into that one. That's what we're always going into. So again, this is how it looked like in the beginning. We're going to turn this around, and we're going to do into this very last space right here, we're going to do a slip stitch, and that's how you connect the two. Okay, now you do a chain of 3, and into the same space, okay, you're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now you already can see that we've finished our first corner, and now we'll work our way this direction. So we're adding now the third, I guess you can call it a row. Row 1, row 2, now we're going to work on row 3, and then after that I'm going to teach you how to do a decrease. Okay, so let's do one more. So again, we're doing an increase still, so we need to do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so again we're counting from the hook. 1, 2, 3. Ignore those, and then we're doing 4, 5, and 6. We're going to do each a double crochet. This is the 4th chain, 1 double crochet, 5th chain, 1 double crochet, 6th chain, 1 double crochet. Now again, we need to connect it back to, I guess, the I don't know, the pixel or whatever you want to call it. You need to connect this tile to the others. Okay, so again, I like to just turn this around. Again, you just look at one tile at a time. Don't get confused with all the other ones. So you have all these spaces here in between. Let me point with my hook so you see it. Right here, here, and here. Because here's a double crochet, here's one, and here's the chain that we used. Okay, so that's what we're going into. Okay, so again, we flipped it, and here we're doing a slip stitch. And that way we connect it. Now, we're not increasing right now, we're just going with the row, okay? So that's why we're doing now 3 chains. Now 3 double crochets. Okay, and now we need to connect it back here because they're not connected. So again, we're going into that very last space right here. Single slip stitch right there. Now it's connected. Okay, so now because we're just finishing up the row, we're not increasing right now. Increasing is on the edges right here, not the end. Okay, unless you're starting a new row. So now we're doing 3 chains. Okay, 3 double crochets, all into the same space. Okay, so if I would have increased another row, I would do now 6 chains and then do the double crochets into the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and then connect back. So now I'm going to teach you how to do a decrease. So the way I do the decrease, I'm sure there's other ways to do it, or multiple different ways, but the way I do it is I use single crochet into the stitches that I just made. Okay, so I flip this around, okay, and I chain 1, and now you see here these chains, these stitches, let's call them stitches. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 single crochet on top of it. As you can see, it doesn't really look much different than the other. That's why I use single crochet. You can use slip stitches. I'm sure some people do all kinds of ways how to do it. Okay, so now you're just gonna do a chain of 3, just as if you would finish the row. 1, 2, 3, and now you go into that space right here. Okay, this is where you go into. 1, you do 3 double crochets. 2, 3. Okay, now again we do a slip stitch into that last space from the next tile, and that way we connect it. Okay, now we chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. 3 double crochets. Oopsie. Okay, and a slip stitch to the next tile. Okay, now you see now that we have here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 times 3. Looks like a heart now right now. Huh. Anyways, so we're not doing another one right here now because we're working on decreases. So we need to work our way back and finish that little one a tile right here in order to make it into a square. So we just did a slip stitch here, return our work, chain 1, and do 3 single crochets back onto the chain, the stitches we just did. Okay, this is how it looks like right now. Now we're going to do a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and right here is our little space that we're going into. Okay, you're doing 3 double crochets, okay, and then we slip stitch to the next tile. And let me just tie it up real quick just so you see how it looks like. Okay, so this is how a little, oopsie, can you see that? My camera's kind of trying to focus. So this is one little square. It's a 3 times 3 tile. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I showed you how to do increases by doing a chain of 6. And then go into the 4th, 5th, and 6th to do the double crochets. And then don't forget to do your flipping when you do the next row. You always work this direction. And then when you do decreases, I flip my work, do a chain 1, and then I work my way back onto the same ones that I just did the double crochets. On top of it, you do single crochet, and then you work your way back and do decreases. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it was clear enough on how to do this. Corner to corner. It's a beautiful stitch. You can use it for so many different things, and as I showed you earlier, I used it for a wrist warmer. Let me put it on so you can see how it looks like. So if you make it big enough, you can make it for a wrist warmer. It's for so many different things. As I said, you can make, you know, animals with it. If you make it big enough, you use different colors for different tiles. It can look very, very beautiful. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, this tutorial, and it helped you how to learn to do the corner to corner. And I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel for future videos so you'll be notified. Alright, see you next time. Bye!